Okay, so I just wanted to start off with showing a world where it's mostly completed. So this is the superficial long labeling scene where you can select a part of the long and you'll be able to click on it and you see the labels. So I press play up here. I'm going to maximize it just so it's a little easier to see and work with. But I do have a hide all tab or button here, and so when you select on something, when you select on a part, the label will show up, and then when you select it again, it will disappear. So I still have some bugs in here that I will fix, but just for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to right click it here. And I am going to Control or Command D, depending on whether you have Windows or Mac. I am going to rename this. I'm going to say the Deep Lung Label World. And so then with this side here, this is where I'm going to primarily be working with. So when I say deep and superficial, I want to take off the top parts of the lung. And so I want to turn off the ability to see the lungs. And so this is mainly what I care about down here. Let's see, I want to be able to select these tertiary segmental bronchi of the right lung. Here you can see multiple parts of it. It's very detailed, and I don't think that we need to know this on an undergraduate level at all, so that's why I just grouped it here. So first, you can right click it. You are going to scroll down to Zoe, and you are going to convert the game object into an interactive object, and that's when it becomes an IO. Then you can select enable manipulation. You are going to go to this drop down and put point and click, and you can pick, I think I did 5 or 10. This just means how far do you have to be able to click on it, right? I am going to name this interaction click to show tertiary segmental bronchi right. Very long name. But this is just so you are able to differentiate what interactions when you create the repeat and the deactivates. So I'm going to select repeat and infinite. This is saying that you can repeat this interaction multiple times, no matter how many times it has been. I'm going to deactivate and reactivate, just because there are certain interactions that I want to deactivate and reactivate once this one has been selected. I am going to add condition for pointing and clicking on this object, and the action is to activate and deactivate, and also to play an audio. So the target object is this IO, so the tertiary bronchi is what I am targeting the interaction to be focused on. The activate objects, I want to activate the label. So I want to create a label, and with this you can really just choose anything here. So I'm going to copy and paste this label system. under the visuals for tertiary segmental bronchi. So you can move it here. Just gonna move it to right about here where I feel like it's a good area to indicate the segmental bronchi. And when I am rotating and viewing like this, I'm holding down Alt and using my left click on the mouse. The thing with this is you are going to have to figure out where you want your placements. So you can use these to transform it. Or if you need to rotate it, you can use these. And if you want to get it a little more precise, you can also change these numbers. Down to this drop down. So this is the line, and this is the button, the gray circular thing, where for some of these I'll select this button and then the label will pop up. And this is the label. So when I have the label, I want to change it because this is not the larynx, this is the tertiary segmental bronchi, right? So I am going to create a variant for renderer. I'm going to click on this right here. Let me search up tertiary segmental bronchi. You can see it's very squished because it's trying to fit in the size of the larynx. So I'm just going to increase the size. I'm going to move it here. I want it to be still a little bigger than that. It could still look squished. And so that is what you will click and see. So I want to activate this label system. And then once I click on it, I want to be able to hear the select sound. Okay, so I'm going to control save this. I'm going to play it. I'm just going to check that it works, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to do something. When you create this into an IO, I'm going to turn off this custom transform because I don't know why it makes it jump up with this, the lung specifically. I don't think I had to do this for the heart, so it's a little weird. Then I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to do a click to hide. So here, this is when we want to worry about the deactivation. So we want to deactivate when we do the click to show. So once we show it, we don't have to show it again, is what that's saying. And then we will have the click to show all. And you can either search it up if you select this, or you can just drag and drop. You are going to reactivate when we do the click to hide, and then the click to hide all. Okay, so then we'll go to click to hide. This one, we are going to have a dependency. So you can only click to hide it once you've shown it. You can't hide it unless you show it, right? So that's what that means. And then you are going to deactivate it when you click to hide, because you shouldn't be able to hide it if it's already hidden. And then you reactivate, click to show. We have the tertiary segmental bronchi as the target, and you're not going to activate anything here, but you want to deactivate the label system. And then this, we are going to do the hide sound. All right, and then we want to create the hover. So I'm going to duplicate this, but this one will be to hover. We want to deactivate once we hover, and we will deactivate when we do the click to show. We're going to reactivate with the hover away. So I'm going to create the hover away. Hover, click to show, hover away. And for this one, we are actually going to do change material. And we don't have to worry about activating anything, so I'm just going to remove this component. And this component as well. So the new material we want to put in is the hover. And it says Cochlea because that was the first thing that I ever worked on, but you can change the name of that, or I probably will change the name of that. Make sure the target is selected. So what is the target? That is the system right here. And you should be able to drag and drop this, but I've been having issues with that. It doesn't fully work unless I put in all of the components, which is very annoying. And then when we do the hover away, we want to deactivate with the click to show, reactivate with click to hide, and click to show. We are going to actually change this to points away. So I'm going to uncheck point and trigger and do point away. And then we don't need to activate an object, but we will need to change the material. So again, it's going to be these parts. Okay. So this part is the most tedious. So this is when you want to get the material of the bronchi. So for the hover and the hover away, you don't want to have to require it to trigger. You just want to be able to point at it and then it'll be red. And then when you point away, it will be its regular color. So that's what I forgot.